I think we should welcome it. I think the first thing that you need in this world is to understand different culture. And when you can overcome cultural obstacles and you get to understand people's ways of living and thinking, there is no perfect right and perfect wrong, then I think life as a whole will improve in the world.
But the fear seems to be that the larger democracies, the more advanced democracies that are being brought in will broaden the agenda in some ways and maybe make it difficult for China to manage the agenda from politically.
I believe APEC is the premier body. I say that without in any way lacking respect for India's role in the region. I'll be paying a bilateral visit to India next year. I've already had a brief in the margins discussion with the Indian Prime Minister, but self-evidently APEC is the premier body, and its great advantage is that it does bring the United States to this region, it does bring the countries of South America to this region, and therefore it is the premier body.
Their economies especially very much mesh with the East Asian economies, and they have very close interests in cooperating with us all the time through ASEAN, through the APEC, etc. And so I think, speaking for Indonesia, I think, and speaking for myself, I think this is a good development.
With the inclusion of both countries, I would like to see the trade between both countries and ASEAN increase. And as long as Australia and New Zealand will not interfere in any way in our domestic affairs, that should be perfectly fine.
So why should we have such an East Asia summit if we are not really copying the idea of Mahathir Mohamad? I think ASEAN have changed the idea, and maybe there is a different vision, not like what Mahathir Mohamad has wanted.
India, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and the Russian Federation.
Naturally, I believe, the more we get together, the more we are accustomed to doing things together. It was the success of ASEAN, of being together, working together, and wanting an ASEAN to be people-centered, that leads to us to accept